Welcome back to Go Again Gaming, and welcome back to the league that means absolutely nothing, Season 3. I am Ian Holland, your voice of the league, and you are joining me today in Round 5. Who have we got today? We have a fight in the 2-2 bracket, possibly on the bubble of top 8. Who knows? That's what this round and the next round are all about. We have Sofia Romao on Kano, taking on Rafael Fabrice on Vynsett. Now, Vynsett, able to run an awful lot of Spell Void, which is kind of gross if you're Kano, but if you're Kano, maybe you just get to blow them up. That's the great thing about Kano. Great is relative, of course. Kano did keep me out of the finals of an RTN, but, that's neither here nor there. Going to throw this one over to the gameplay, and we're going to see who gets blowed up by arcane damage first.
The League That Means Nothing Season 3 is brought to you in part by Green Tree Sports Cards out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That's right, the Yinzers have shown up en masse to support this league that means absolutely nothing. Make sure you go and check them out at greentreesc.tcgplayerpro.com for a variety of TCG events and singles and product, including this favourite card game of ours, Flesh and Blood trading card game, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic. These guys are also the ones behind Camp Green Tree as well, so make sure you go and check them out on all the socials and keep up to date with some more amazing events coming down the line. We'll see you soon. Let's get back to the tournament.
Okay, it looks like we have Sofia going first here, which makes sense. Vynsett often wants to go first, set up in Banish, set up some room chance and pass on turn 1. And also, Kano can't really do a whole lot about some of it. But we're going to have an activation of Kano, getting an Ether Spindle, activating Crucible, sending Ether Spindle for 5. Raphael with AB3. Only running Spell Void. Oh, AB4, actually. I always forget the book has AB. And, of course, the Spell Void on Ebb and Fold. And then, after dealing 1 damage, opting 1, going to play out a Potion of Deja Vu. Getting a potion set up super, super early, always really good for Kano, and puts Raphael in an interesting spot here because, generally speaking, Vynsett can't really do a whole lot with 1 rune chant, so it will depend on the generation that they have. It looks like a banish of a widespread ruin, which is a 2-cost rune gate card. So, do we have another rune chant maker? We don't just yet. We have a yellow Malefic incantation. These are super, super critical for Vynsett, as they allow you to keep chaining RuneGate cards turn over turn, taking 1 blood debt and moving to end. Dicey situation to be in here. Surprised to see the Spellbound Creepers being brought in. A lot of Kanos are now using, or Vynsett would use the Darkness equipment that came out in Dusk Till Dawn. Sophia pitching a yellow and a red, and pitching another yellow here to Crucible, and it looks like we've banished an Ether Arc. So we're going to Ether Flare, respond to Ether Flare with Kindle. So this is coming in currently for 5 Arcane and will buff the Ether Arc that is... Is it an Ether Arc? No, it is a... Alright, we're going to drop a Haunting Rendition to prevent 2 damage, generating a rune chant. Don't forget that one, Raphael. And pitching a blue to blank 5. We're pitching an Ether Arc. I believe that is a overflow the Ether Well, yes. So that is going to just come in for 1 point of Arcane. So taking the 1 here. A pretty good turn for Raphael to have a Haunting Rendition, because that could have been quite a bit of damage being thrown out. Obviously, Vynsett prefers to have options in their hand, but it looks like banishing a Beseech the Demagon, triggering Vynsett to make the rune chant, playing Shadow Puppetry. Are we paying the life? It looks like we have paid 1 life, yep, for the Vynsett trigger, so this will make 1 rune chant unpreventable, and now we're going to come in for 3 arcane and 7. Damage dealt will result in cards banished from the top of deck. Malefic Incantation is going to trigger, creating another rune chant. So we're going to have pitching 2 Blazing Ethers for the rune chants that we can prevent, and blocking 6. So we'll be taking a total of 1 damage. Shadow Puppetry will allow Raphael to look at the top card. It looks like that is staying there. Does not seem too sure about it anyway. Either way, it's getting banished, you know? And then a Lessons in Lava banished for Sophia, and a Revel in Rune Blood banished for Raphael. Are we going to follow up? Nope, it is simply going to be Arsenal Pass. I don't know how this matchup normally goes. I know at one point at least, when Runegate Chain was a deck in Blitz, it was effectively unwinnable for Kano. Vynsett does have some pretty powerful disruption, but obviously Kano has access to quite a lot of Arcane Barrier and the ability to make someone just kind of explode. Yeah, we have another Shadow Puppetry this time. We have a Vynsett trigger. So Phantom Wraith coming in here, 2 Arcane. We trigger the Malefic again, making another rune chant. So this is coming in for 7, again with an on-hit. And it looks like Sophia is choosing just to block 6. Okay, and now that looks like we're banishing a Deathly Whale for the Shadow Puppetry. Pitching a Phantom Wraith here to activate Spellbound Creepers. Putting in a Read the Runes so that we retain an action point, making 3 rune chants. And now this means we can attack for 4 and 6 here. So Raphael is guaranteed to get 2 rune chants from the end of this. Sophia has just taken all the damage. This will allow Raphael to continue building rune chants, build turn on turn. And Sophia just playing an energy pot, arsenaling, waiting for the chance to just pop off. It looks like Raphael kept a card in hand, so that might be a haunting rendition. Banishing an Eloquent Eulogy here. So we have 3 rune chants. So 3 Arcane coming in here, and 4. With the bind counter on Spellbound Creepers, it may, behoove Sophia to prevent the Arcane. So now we just have 4 coming in. If Raphael does not have a way to deal arcane damage this turn, this will be the end of the Spellbound Creepers. So it looks like Sophia is electing to take the Rune Gate 4. Yes, meaning Raphael will get an Eloquence token on the close of the combat chain. Has no go again, is left with 3 cards in hand. And Spellbound Creepers is very dead. Always good. it stops your Vynsets from sneaking in things like Revel in Runeblood. I imagine Sophia is just going to take some more time to set up because you don't want to go off with a 3-card hand, even if you have 2 potions. And we know there's 2 blazings at the bottom of the deck, and some lessons in lava are gone. And there's another blazing. Wee. Pitching to Ether Spindle in here for 4, threatening to opt for. The thing with the Spell Void is just needing to chip away at Vynsett here. So dealing 4, opting for. We get to see what our next potential hand could be. Sophia has drawn an awful lot of reds here, which is not great for multiple reasons. One of which, obviously, is you want your blues for your Kano activations and to pitch efficiently. The other is you kind of need to find reds as you kill someone. And if you are not hitting reds, then you're not really going to do a great job of dealing damage. All right. Banishing a Revel in Runeblood. Raphael probably knowing we're not going super wide anymore this game. Playing a Malefic, which was going to eat up that Eloquence token. We have our 1 Rune Chant, 2 cards in hand. Don't believe we have any Blood Debt cards in the Banish Zone, and just going to pass. Playing super conservatively here. All right. Active pitching, open the floodgates to Kano, finding a Sonic Boom. Always a good one to find. Going to pitch Ether Wildfire, activating Crucible of Ether Weave, and pop the bubble to fire a Sonic Boom. Respond with Kindle. Kindle drawing a card, amping 1. So this Sonic Boom is coming in here for 5 and is going to allow us potentially to play something for free off of the top of the deck. And still drawing a card. Kindle is so stupid. What a dumb card. Why did they print this one again? There's a number of games where I feel like I had it and then there was a Kindle and I did not have it anymore. I thought, a couple of points of damage short. Anyway, Kindle has now found me a blue and it's going to pay for my nodes and also amp 1. Thanks, LSS. 3 damage not recorded here. Obviously not great. But we get to banish the top card here and send it in as well. A Prognosticate for 1. Looks like, 2 of that damage was prevented with Haunting Rendition. Was it? No. Why have we got cards in the pitch zone here? It looks like it was just prevention from the Sonic Boom and that maybe the damage was not misrecorded. Vynsett down to 30, which is Kano's starting life total here. But we've banished a widespread rune to those, and we have Core, Arcane, and 4. And I don't believe Raphael has any cards in hand here. I wonder if Sophia is able to go just yet, because this would be an ideal time. Alright, preventing the rune chance here. Taking 1, blocking 6. Yeah, so all but 1 rune chant is prevented. I have a feeling that might be a potion in hand. And now we are just in the waiting room here, banishing a blue Ether Flare. Yeah, Sophia playing an energy potion. Each of those potions super critical to Kano's game plan, and the more of them that get put into play, the more terrifying things can get. So paying a blood debt here and just passing. Raphael maybe getting a little bit skittish. We have a Kano activation. Revealing and open the floodgates. And then a Voltic Bolt, a good old fashioned, here's a 5-ball. 2 for 5, baby. And that Spell Void is super helpful up until you start taking damage like this. And, you know, the lower your life total gets, the less that Sophia is going to need to deal. And then in comes a snapback as well as an instant for 3, putting Raphael to 21. Unless, looks like thinking about it, yeah, taking the 3 here, going to 21. Sophia choosing not to play that. Floodgates, just getting it out of the way. Wasn't happy about it. And then drawing 4. Banishing Eloquent Eulogy to our Blood Debt. We have kept a full hand here. So definitely planning to do something. What that something is, no one can really say. So we have 3 rune chants coming in. 3 cards in hand and Eloquent Eulogy. Okay, preventing 3 rune chants. No damage has been dealt, so that Funeral Moon is staying in the banished zone where it belongs for now. So just blocking out here. Sophia with a card in hand here. Is it another potion, perhaps? Looks like it's just a Kindle. At least we now know there's no more instants to brick the top of our deck for Kano. Kindle, Will of Arcana, activating Kano, amping, getting in the... Oh, we have all the potions in play, no resources. The amp goes away. That is it. Unless Sophia hits Eye of Ophidia in her combo, she is all clear. Banishing a Beseech to make a rune chant. Playing a Funeral Moon to make a rune chant. And that is it. This is kind of a dicey situation now. 3 cards in hand for Raphael, draws 1, and passing. Sophia just being super patient, pitching Eye of Ophidia to Crucible, opting 2. 1 to the top, 1 to the bottom. I feel like that one on top is either going to be in the next hand or is going to be banished. And then a Voltic Bolt coming in here for 6, buffed by Crucible of Aetherwave. Threatening to chip Raphael into a serious danger zone. Sophia navigating a game where your opponent has presented AB3 Spell Void 2 is not always easy, but thankfully Vynsett isn't always super explosive, allowing you to take some time for things like this. Preventing 2, taking 4 here. Pitching Gaze the Ages to Kano for Gaze, and we're going to Gaze. Because another wizard non-attack action has been played, that Gaze will return to our hand, which is a fantastic little card in Kano because it opts to and then bounces back to your hand to activate Kano to play those opts. And then banishing Lessons in Lava for Gaze and sending out that Lessons in Lava floating 2. So this is coming in here for 3. Asking Raphael to send some cards to the pitch zone, which is not where you want to be when you know going into your turn you'll have 2 cards in hand and Kano will have a full grip. If this 3 is taken, obviously we're then dealing with the fact that Kano will be able to deal 7, so we're pitching Machinations of Dominion to prevent. And Kano, Sophia drawing up. Raphael, 2 cards in hand here. 1 going straight to the banish. It's a Malefic Incantation. 4 rune chance. Thinking about what to do. Because if it's ever been go time, it might just be now. Right, we're going to banish an Emeritus from our Kano. Going to activate Kano again. Banish a Sonic Boom. These are some pretty decent hits when your opponent's at 16 and you have 3 energy potions. Activate Kano again. No, activating Crucible for Sonic Boom for 4. Threatening to allow us to play another free spell. It's not a big wombo combo Kano turn here. It is instead a very efficient sort of tempo game plan. So that's prevented, and in comes a snapback for 3, dealing 3, leaving the Emeritus where it is. Not worth the energy potion for Sophia, who is just going to, I believe, has forgotten whose turn it was. Right, we're going to banish a Widespread Destruction and send it in here for 5 Arcane and 6. And now it is definitely go time. At 13, Raphael would need an extremely good hand to be able to survive whatever Kano's doing, or Sophia will have to brick extremely hard. Alright, pitching a blue and 2 reds, popping the Potion of Deja Vu, putting the cards back on top of the deck. So we've activated Kano. In response, we've activated Potion of Deja Vu, which is great because it means we get to choose what we banish here. We have 2 floating. We're going to use that for this Ether Spindle. So this is going to come in here for 4. We know there is another red and a blue on top already. Raphael taking 4. We get to opt 4. Allowing Sophia to stack the top of her deck. Just a little bit, but hey, when you're dealing lethal damage, it doesn't really matter. We still have 3 potions in play, a card in arsenal and a card in hand. So it doesn't look like we're wildfiring this turn anyway, but we're going to activate Rags, draw a card, put a card from our hand to the bottom, because it's not always on top. pitching an Ether Arc to Storm Striders. With our 2 floating, we have Storm Striders, Ether Wildfire for 4, threatening 4 damage here, preventing 4, and then cracking 3 energy potions up to 6 resources, activating twice, blazing. So first blazing coming in here for 4, and then the second one would deal 8. Tight little combo turn here for Sophia to take home that game against Vynsett. Raphael had a couple of turns where there was no real pressure, which really gives Sophia a lot of time to sculpt. And like the one thing you don't want to do is give your Kano opponent a chance to sculpt a hand, like sculpt a setup, find those potions, you know. You really want to be putting pressure onto them from the very beginning and just try and clear them out of the game as quickly as possible, because the longer the game goes on, the higher a chance they'll find it, because the damage is all there. They're always going to find it. It's about whether or not they find it in time. If the game goes long, or it goes even a couple of turns too long, they just get there. They will eventually. That's just how it works, unless you have some sort of tech. And it did not quite look like Raphael came prepared to get blowed up. Congratulations, Sophia, on your 3-2 in round 5. One more round to go before we start seeing how the top 8 is going to shake out. But everyone should be worried if there's going to be a Kano in there, because Kano is a wild card. That is just how it always is. You might have the best matchup in the world and still die if they find the absolute stones. Commiserations, Raphael. Well done, Sophia. And if you like seeing Kano blow things up, or if you hate it, I don't really have any strong feelings about Kano whatsoever. I never mentioned anything. Make sure you like the video. Please tell us what you think of it. If you saw any cool, interesting lines that Kano could have done, I don't really have that in my brain. So it'd be interesting to hear that in the comments. And then make sure you subscribe to Go Again Gaming for all of the League That Means Absolutely Nothing goodness coming to you every day that Az is able to put some out, which is nearly all the time once they get recorded. The man works so damn hard. But that is going to be all from me for this video. I have been your voice of the league, Ian Holland, Findles_spirit on Twitter, findlespirit.bsky.social on Blue Sky, and I'll just have to see you in the next one.